Hi everyone, I'm Miranda and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm getting some new bookcases that I've been waiting for quite a long time, and I thought I'd share the process with you. It's quite a big bookcase that's arriving. It's a double bookcase and it should enable me to finally be able to finish unpacking all of my books from when we moved here in June, and also to actually start arranging my books properly too. So I thought I'd start sharing a bit of the process with you because I always love looking at other people's bookcases, and I'm sure that a lot of you do too. So today I'm going to have to empty this bookcase and that bookcase over there because a new one is going to go on that side of the wall, but I'm going to be shifting some of these bookcases around. So I have to empty them this morning, and I'll probably then just refill the new one, unpack the rest of the book boxes, and then see what I can do about rearranging all the books, because I'd like to have some kind of system to the madness of all my books, and I haven't really been able to organise them properly yet. So hopefully I can do that over the next few weeks or the next month or so. It really makes me excited to think that I can finally get my books into some kind of order, because in my old flat in London it was so small I kind of just had to cram books anywhere, but hopefully I'll be able to organise them this time. So I thought I'd also tell you a little bit about the bookcases that I have in this room, because I'm either having bookcases built for me, or I've bought sort of second-hand bookcases, or I've had some bookcases made from sort of other pieces of second-hand furniture. So these came from an old post office. They used to be the cabinets in a post office, and they're dated pre-World War One, which I absolutely love. I mean, it's wonderful to have some furniture with a bit of history to them. And I had them made into bookcases from the sort of original shelving, but they're painted sort of green on the inside, and I love the old dark wood. I know a lot of people don't like dark wood, but I really love it, and it still is so much more reasonable to buy. I find that new bookcases that look attractive are so expensive, so I've been doing all of this on a budget, and I've found that repurposing old furniture, buying second-hand bookcases, and even having some custom made but from, people I trust, has been a really reasonable option for me. So I thought I'd share that with you all. But I can't wait for the new bookcase to arrive. I'm going to get busy emptying these shelves now, and hopefully soon I'll be able to show you the new bookcase. Bye. All empty, and you can see the green paint inside, which I actually really like. The new bookcase has arrived, so I can't wait for part 2. So the new bookcases are in, they're looking amazing. Just got the sort of top and bottom to go on, but I'm so pleased. You can see I've got quite a lot of extra shelf space now, which is wonderful. And we had these built for us, so they're just made out of pine, but we've painted them magnolia to match the walls, and I think they look great. Hello again. So it's now the next day. I had hoped to finish sorting all the books and be able to film the finished result with you yesterday, but I just ended up working all afternoon and well into the evening on sorting out the books, moving furniture all over the place because I had to decide where to shift my bookcases about, and then that made me wonder if I should move more furniture about. I was carrying my desk upstairs and downstairs again and completely rearranged the furniture, only to pretty much put it back exactly how it was before. But everything is done now. I'm so thrilled with the new shelves which are behind me. I think they're gorgeous, and it's given me so much more room for books, which is wonderful. I've been able to unpack all of my books, which is such a relief. It was so nice to get them all out of the boxes now, and I've been trying to organise the books a little bit too. I haven't had enough time to do that properly yet, but I have started. I'm going to give you a little tour of these bookcases in a minute, but first I thought I'd just talk you through some of my ideas about how I'm going to organise the books downstairs. So I'm in the sort of living room / dining room at the moment, and I want to keep predominantly fiction down here. Also some non-fiction, but the non-fiction will be more cookbooks and sort of food related books like food memoirs, that type of thing. Maybe a few travel books as well, but predominantly fiction will be kept down here, and non-fiction, so biography, memoir, nature writing, literary biography, all that sort of book that I love will hopefully, fingers crossed, fit upstairs. So I've been ferrying books back and forth up the stairs too, because I had a lot of fiction upstairs, and I'm still keeping probably children's fiction upstairs. I've been bringing most of the fiction down and getting most of the non-fiction upstairs, although it still isn't perfect. It still isn't all quite right yet, but I'm really happy with it so far. And let me show you the bookshelves. Okay, I've stepped back so you can see the full height of the bookcase. This is a 7-foot bookcase, so it's quite a big one. And I did get it all filled yesterday. This morning I was still trying to sort out the fiction and the non-fiction a bit, but it's coming along really well. I'll move in a little bit closer so you can see. I'm so thrilled. I think this is the first time in years, I was saying to my mum, that I've been able to keep most of my books vertical instead of horizontal, piled up on top of each other. So I'm really excited about that, because it makes the books just a lot more accessible, which is wonderful. And I can display some of my lovely sets really well, like my Elizabeth Taylors up here, and the Virago Modern Classics, the hardbacks. It makes it much easier for me to see what I have, and also where some of the gaps are in my library too. But yes, I'm really excited to have all this extra bookshelf space. This isn't a sort of proper tour of all the titles and things because, like I said, I'm still working on getting all of the fiction down here, which I hope will work. I think I do mainly have, well, I have a lot of fiction, and of course cookbooks I have a lot of too, and those are staying down here. Probably overall I have more non-fiction than fiction, if you count the cookbooks too, but I definitely have a load of fiction, so it's nice to try to keep it mainly all in one place. And then you'll remember the bookcases I was telling you about yesterday, these two that were from the old post office. I've shifted them over to this side of the room, and I really like them here, sort of framing the window on either side with my Emily Sutton prints above. I really love that look. And I haven't, to be honest, properly sorted these shelves yet. I think I've mainly tried to keep food related books, so cookbooks and so on, in them for now, but they are still rather higgledy-piggledy. I have to go through them properly, and I'll probably choose some of my nicer cookbooks to display in here. At the moment I've just gone for whatever really, and some of them are my more tatty ones, which I'll probably keep more in the kitchen. But you can have a little look. Step back a little bit. I really love these shelves, but I actually prefer them over here anyway. And it was nice to have the magnolia bookshelf, the magnolia painted bookshelf over there. I think it just makes the room feel a little bit larger when you step in, rather than having the really dark wood furniture as soon as you come in. I've moved my Davenport desk over here. It used to be in the window, but I had to shift things around a bit, so that's over here now. I like it there, and hopefully at least I won't get distracted by the bunnies when I look out the window and forget to do my work, because they are very distracting. Okay, and then over here I'm still working on this bookcase, so I want to get mainly fiction in here too, but I still have quite a bit of non-fiction muddled into this one. I'm trying to keep mainly hardbacks in this shelf. Yesterday, you might remember, I was talking about having bookcases made from sort of repurposed furniture. This bookcase was actually made from a wardrobe, which I thought was amazing, and it turned out really well. So I love this, and I love that it was made from something else that someone no longer wanted, but we're able to turn into a beautiful bookcase. So I'm really happy with this one. And then this little bookcase. This is a bit of an interim bookcase. I don't actually love this bookcase, but it's better than the one I had here before, which was a bit of a hideous big one. So I'm glad to have this one here for now, and then I think I'll probably get another bookcase built to be a bit taller and made for this space, sort of similar looking to this new one, but to fit in this space over here. But yes, I mean, this one isn't perfectly sorted either, but you can see all of my wonderful Dean Street Press books, which have rather plain spines, but they often have lovely covers. I really like this publishing company, and I'll have to fit that back in later. Doing it one-handed is actually quite tricky. I've got some Georgette Hare and some poetry books down here too. So this is a bit of a muddled bookshelf, but it's just great to have that extra space over here for now until I get the other one made. But yes, you can see the room from here. Plenty of books, of course. And yeah, it just makes me so happy that I've finally been able to unpack all of them, and now I can really properly arrange them. But I hope you've enjoyed this little tour. It was really exciting. I'm sure if you love books, you can sympathise how exciting it is when you get a new bookcase and you're able to display all your books properly. Like I said, this room, it's still a work in progress. I still have to figure out quite how I'm going to sort all my books, so I'm sure I'll be telling you more about that in the months ahead. But I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and let me know if it gave you any inspiration, maybe for getting bookcases yourself, or any tricks you have about arranging books. How do you organise your books? Do you organise them by genre, or do you just do them all alphabetically? I'd be really interested to know. But give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back again very soon with another video. Bye!